They got us with that. You see people, we don't do good morning around here because we ain't crying about nothing. Something happened. I miss my nephew. Why they do that to him? Now you mourning. But wait a minute. You was just ain't no mourning around here. But see, the trauma hit home, and now I see it from a different perspective. Yeah, now you become intimate with your own motherfucking illusions. So now your illusions become your reality because you can only process your fucking trauma. See, trauma don't traumatize you until trauma sit in your fucking lap. That's why you have to be aware of what trauma is, so that when trauma do come, knock on your door, you're not there to answer. And I know that's fucking hard. Again, I'm still carrying the signature of a fucking human. So I'm not saying that you're not going to, have some level of experiences, but you have to start having awareness of what you're experiencing, or else you'll only keep going through the experience without gaining any fucking awareness. But you're going to learn. You're going to learn what it taught you, and then that's just another level of fucking the trauma sitting on top of the trauma that you already sitting under. Again, because they're going to tell you, Ricky, they're going to tell you that it's insensitive because they've already embraced trauma as their foundation. Remember, and I see your question. I'm going to answer it from my perspective in a minute. 510 becomes 15, the devil. You only seeing the adversary point. You're seeing the adversary outside of you, but everything outside of you is you. So you don't see that what's inside of you, your trauma has made you look outside of yourself for the fucking answers. What was 510? Searching for the answers. I'm looking for my balance. I'm looking for my wholeness outside of me. Why? Because the trauma within me is too fucking great. 5 plus 10 becomes 15. 15 becomes 6. 6 is foundations. 6 is paranoia. Holy shit, who got my back? Military talk, who got your 6? Who's got my back? Numerological talk, 6 is foundations. If you got more than one foundations, you're broken. If you got more than one foundation, you're broken. Which ties back into what I was saying about everything placed out here for you to learn. Like I said, I'm formatted in 25 different levels of Reiki. Now I don't have a foundation. When I tap my fingers and I call on Shambhala, holy shit, my fairy Reiki just kicked in too. See, I can't figure out which one to use because I got too much in me. See, I started speaking Spanish, but then my German kicked in. Or I start talking about the art of war, but the 3 agreements kicked in too. See, I'm filled with knowledge of what was placed in front of me, but I have no fucking remembrance of who the fuck I am. All I know is what I become. Trauma sitting back like, whoa, got you, motherfucker. Now I just guarantee myself another fucking lifetime because you just submitted your own. You don't want remembrance. You just want knowledge. You don't want to become aware. You just want to fucking know. Ego arrogance like a motherfucker. The classic fucking trap of show me what I can become so that I don't have to remember what I already am. But if you can't remember what you already are, you won't know what happened to you to make you not want to be who you are in favor of what you think you're going to be. You understand the fuck I'm saying? I said, how can the collective consciousness awake simultaneously? It's a trauma. Again, the analogy I used earlier about when the person who has multiple personality disorders, they can't fix them all at once. You have to address one. When they go into therapy, or if they're doing self-therapy, they have to fix one personality at a time. But the trouble with that is some of the personalities are hardwired together. That movie, Split, when he started fixing the female one, then there was another one that was tied into the female one. So to fix the female one aggravated the other one. So you see what I'm saying? You can't just fix one trauma. The trauma has to fucking fix itself. The way that the trauma fixes itself is the thinker stops being traumatized. So within the collective consciousness, which is the level above us, we're lower awareness. And I'll show you my reading in a little while. We're lower awareness. Above lower awareness is the collective consciousness. That's intelligence, where you start becoming aware of what the fuck you are, but you don't really have full awareness. So the collective consciousness breaks itself into infinity, us. And it's saying one of us is going to figure this shit out, which you can go back for months. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. I tell you, I'm a fucking witness. I've always been an in-betweener. I exist in between awarenesses. I always have, even before I learned magic. I always knew that about myself. So you have points within the collective consciousness that fucking remember what it is. Even as the rest of the consciousness goes in favor of no remembrance at all. See, I don't want to fucking know. The trauma is too fucking great. So you have the pieces within the collective consciousness that's trying to maintain its integrity of remembrance while trying to inspire or infect, because we're viral at that point. We are trying to infect other thoughts or other thinkers to stop fucking thinking. See, when you get the collective consciousness to collect itself and realize that it is not conscious at all and that it really needs to become awareness, then you'll realize that you're really still asleep. So everybody has to have an individual responsibility to disengage from their personal traumas so that they can see the bigger trauma, the trauma of source and separation. But if you down here dealing with, well, you know what, I got put out to, I'm gonna get, my car getting repossessed, and so and so said they was coming by for Mother's Day and they ain't show up, and so now my feelings hurt. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that those are not things that you're just gonna disengage from, but they're designed to keep you engaged. You over-invest in your illusion and it becomes your fucking reality. But it's my illusion. This ain't real to me no more. It was real for almost fucking 48 years. It's not real to me no more. So when you have points of remembrance, such as myself and others, then we try and stand on ours to help rebuild the integrity of the brokenness while everybody else is just trying to remain the same. See, I'll get to that level one day. I'm an indigo. This ain't my life cycle. Or Archangel Michael already came and visited me and told me that I do that 2 life cycles from now. Or I did a past life regression and it's not my turn because, see, back in 1685, I made an agreement not to fix myself. You see what I'm saying? The trauma has already told you what you need to know to stay in fucking trauma because you don't know what fucking trauma is. But yet your whole life is traumatic. That's the trauma. You become the trauma. And now the trauma has your fucking energy, but even before the trauma had your energy, the trauma was already you. It becomes a fucking layered fucking virus. And now your foundation is in the trauma, but you don't want to see the trauma. So even whereas the collective consciousness split itself, down here on humanity level, we continue to split ourselves too. We continue to create different levels of our illusion that make us feel real. We procreate. We build, we destroy, we divide, we go through motions that will support this illusion as our reality, because it's safer to go out here into a lower level illusion of reality than to get back into the core trauma and realize that this ain't fucking real. I hear some of y'all thoughts right now. What the fuck is he talking about? That's your core trauma saying, don't pay attention to this shit. He'll get you fucked up. See, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. You real, baby girl. You good. You good. Don't worry about this shit. Shh. Go back to sleep. I'll wake you up later. You promise? I got you, boo.